Today they opened the Ilula of Rabbi Luria, and he died before his time. He died very young, he died 38 years old. He began to reveal the language. And that's what he came into this world, to reveal the language. What was the name of the language? It's called in the Kabbalistic term, Sfat HaAnafim, the language of the branches. The language of the branches has to do with whatever you see in the Torah is the branch of a roots. And when you find the roots, then you would understand the entire Torah. If you just study the Torah just as it is, as a story, Rabbi Shimon is cursing that person to make fun of God, because it cannot be that God have nothing to do, just tell some story about the donkey of Bilam. I mean, what is the donkey of Bilam? Well, there is a code, and we need to break the code. So the whole idea of what Rabbi Luria did, he broke that code, called Shorashim va'anafim, roots and branches, and until Rav Ashlag, it was concealed, by the way. What makes Rav Ashlag is the capability of continue the work of the Arizal. When Rav Ashlag arrived to Israel, is it told by Rabbi Gottlieb in his book, if you have his book. Rabbi Gottlieb is a student of Rav Ashlag. So he said that he came to Israel, he came with the hope, everybody studied Kabbalah there. When he came to Israel, he saw that people are kind of reading the book without understanding it, almost like scanning it. He was very angry. Rav Ashlag was very angry that he see people just look at the book, they don't make an effort to study it. And that's why he did whatever he did. If Rav Ashlag was not upset that it does not exist, we'll never have the revelation that we had. So sometimes it takes one tzaddik not to be happy with the result, and then through that, everything open up. So basically, I'd like to start with something I prepared. I went to sleep. There is a book called Mavo Sha'arim. Usually it's a book that most people will not touch, being a complicated book, but because thank God to Rav Ashlag, who opened that book to the Talmud of Sfirot. So it's a little bit deep. I will read from it because it's quite important, to know, and I'll do the best I can to explain it with the short time that we have this morning. We have a long time in this world, but short time for this morning. Always watch your words, what you say. Some people say we have a short time, then unfortunately the angels say, okay, short time you have. And so the person has to watch what it is. And we know that Rav Ashlag basically did a gaot, did editing to that, and from that everything opened up. Shara Aleph, are you warm? Are you cold? So it say, look at that, if you remember Talmud Sfirot, look at that, terem she'etzila ma'atzilut, before they emanate the Olam Atzilut, the world of emanation, וכל העולמות האלו, that's the language of Rabbi Chaim Vitamia, in the name of his teacher, and all these universes or worlds, אשר הם עכשיו נאצלים, and they are emanate and נבראים and create ונוצרים and form ונעשים and been made. Of course, he used those words for a reason. נאצלים meaning from Atzilut, from the word of emanation, נבראים meaning from the word of בריאה, נוצרים from the word of יצירה, נעשים from the word of action. הנה אז טרם שנאצלו היה אינסוף ממלא כל המקום הזה. The אינסוף was fulfilled all this place, אשר בו עומדים דלת עולמות. Let's see what Rav Ashlag say about it. This is the first commentary of Rav Ashlag, so it's good that we give it attention, אף על פי שעולם האצילות הוא מן העקודים ולמטה, even that אצילות, what is אצילות? What is אצילות? The word of אצילות, we need to fully understand it. Where is it located in the concept of the diagram? Well, we need to know that when the creation took place, everything was igulim. Everything was no beginning, no end. It's called igulim. Igulim means circle. It was no beginning, no end, no right, no left. Meaning there's no limitation. After Tzimtzum Aleph, after the first Tzimtzum, to create a kav meaning Adam Kadmon. Adam Kadmon meaning that the light going from above to below. Before that it was going in circle. It was no beginning, no end. That was Adam Kadmon. And after Adam Kadmon, you have something called Akudim and Nekudim. Akudim and Nekudim. Akud from the word together, like la'akod, you bind it together. binded because the vessel and the light were one. We don't talk a lot about this universe, at least not for beginners. Then we have something called nekudim. Nekudim is olam she'u nekuda, meaning it's a dot. It's a dot, and nekudim meaning at least two nekudot. Nekudim meaning two nekudot, one force give, one force receive. And because the nekudim didn't last, what do you mean didn't last? There's 7 level of the nekudim, the lower 7 broke. Why they broke? There's more light than vessel. When you have more than you can handle, you broke. That's called broke spiritually. Why would you call it broke? You have more than you can handle. You should say, I'm fulfilled. No, what you're going to do with the rest? It explode the vessel. Person should not ask for milui. Person should ask for, not ask for fulfillment. Person should ask a capability to receive that fulfillment. If you don't have capability to receive what Hashem want to give you, you're going to explode. Lama אתה מבקש? Why are you asking for so much? Everybody greedy to want more. What? One more. So after that, Akodim and Akodim come Atzilut. So Atzilut is way after, we don't talk a lot about it. Atzilut is the world of emanation. We think it's higher because it is higher from where we are. So Atzilut is called Olam HaTikun, the world of Tikun. So when we talk about Tikunim, the Tikunim begin in Atzilut. What is Atzilut Metaken? What is Atzilut fix? It's fix the lower 7 that called Kelim HaNishbarim, the broken vessel, or Melachim HaNishbarim, or the kings that broke. So Atzilut fix everything. Whatever happened in Atzilut, happened in Asiya, where we are. So we can actually create so much more in Atzilut, and Atzilut can affect us. So without us doing something called Mayim Nukvim means mind. Mind is with Nun Sofi, meaning water. Nukvim means female, meaning we elevate something from below to above, and then from above to below we receive. If we're not elevating nothing from below to above, and we draw light anyway, that's called Chokhmat Mitzrayim. That's called the wisdom of Egypt. What does mean the wisdom of Egypt? Egypt is everything me. Kelim HaNishbarim, broken vessel. That was Egypt. It's fun because you just receive, you don't need to do anything. Atzilut, which is Tikkun Shalosh HaKavim, fixing of the 3-column system, it's called in Atzilut in Pekin, meaning I have to do an act of either a mitzvah, okay, mitzvah of Ma'asit, an act of mitzvah, or words of mitzvah, or a thought of mitzvah, okay, 3 of them, or you need to study Torah, okay, or you need to do Ma'asim Tovim, or you need to give charity to the poor. One of those 3 things has to be happening. Or all of them if you're tzaddik. If you're tzaddik, you do all of them together. You pray, which is a mitzvah, you give tzedakah, which is an act, and you study Torah like we do now. Then, Hashem, that what we're doing now, it's called Mayim Nukvim. So our study together, because we are all together, it's elevated. When it's elevated to Atzilut, especially before the morning come, then the light, now you have vessels to receive all the light that Atzilut want to give you. For that reason, people used to wake up a little bit early to make an effort, not to suffer. Hashem doesn't want you to have in pain. Hashem just, usually before Alot HaShachar, before early morning, Hashem nechnas legan Eden. God is in the Garden of Eden right now, at this moment, li'ishta'ashia im hatzadikim, to have sha'ashuim, to have a good time with the righteous people in heaven. So whoever wake up to study, it's a little bit selfish, I know. When we wake up to study, even a little bit we do, we get all what they do in the outer world. So for that reason, tzaddikim was fun. So, excuse me, it's almost like a businessman saying, by the way, it's only going to be 3:30. They have $1 billion cash in the street, but I'm sorry, by 5 it's not going to be there. How many people will be in the street? Everybody will wake up. But because is lack of believing and lack of knowing, 2 aspects make a person connect to Hashem. Knowing and believing. You have to have knowing and believing. Knowing is left column, is more the judgment aspect. Believing is the right column. What do you need more? Always believing you need more. You have to remember, faith, certainty is always need to be more than the knowledge. If you have knowledge more than faith, unfortunately that's going to be broken off the vessel. That will be too much. It will be, knowing is the light, and emunah is the vessel. Okay, so you need to know. So emunah is important. Without emunah, without your faith, so many people can study Kabbalah and Torah from a knowledge, intellectual knowledge. That's going to break the vessel. Those people are going to have problems. But if the person has more vessel, more emunah, more desire, and then if you let the vessel even half, those people last. So you don't have to worry if you don't know a lot. You have to worry if your emunah is going down. So, Avazak said, שעולם הצילות הוא מן העקודים ולמטה, עם כל זה, כל מה שיש מן המאציל העליון ולמטה, דהיינו כל מה שיש בתוך החלל הזה, נקרא בשם אביה בכללות. So what happened in that חלל after the צמצום? Well, why there is חלל? חלל mean empty space. What happened in that חלל after the צמצום? That space that was created after צמצום, why there is space? Because it was filled. Whenever get filled with something, and something is going away, now it's empty. How do you create desire? How do you create vessels in the upper world? It's called itpashtut and istalkut. Itpashtut meaning spreading out, the fulfillment from the light of the Ein Sof, and istalkut, getting out of them. So the only way you can create something, you have to infuse it with light and then take the light away. So you need to do action. So when people go into a problem in life, I don't have this, that's called istalkut. That's your chance to create what? The vessel. I want. What happened when you have itpashtut, when you're successful, itpashtut meaning all the money in the world come, all the batzug, everything you want, health, everything is perfectly in your life. It's called itpashtut, that's light. You have to be careful, because that's dinim, that's judgment. So you need to create immediately a vessel for it, otherwise it will explode you. So when things going well, you should worry. When things not going well, you should be, not worry, but at least fill it up. You gotta find out the desire within you. Don't be ashamed you don't have. Be ashamed if you have and you don't know what to do with it. כיוון שנעצר, לכן אפילו אדם קדמון מבחינת הקודם נקרא פה בשם אצילות. So when we talk about אדם קדמון, remember that's the universe after the צמצום, I'm going to go to easy part in a second, I just want to open up with that. מבחינת העקודים נקרא בשם פה בשם אצילות, so the עקודים, we look at it like the פה, the area of the mouth, because every area of the face is a system. The פה is מלכות, or we say עקודים, עקודים for the word נעקד, binding. זה שאמר הרב ז"ל בספר הליקוטים, ובסוף כולם בחוכמה עשייה בבינה, כי אדם קודם כל הגדולים נקרא אצילות, והאריך אנפין בריאה, ואבא יצירה, ואמא עשייה. הרי עשייה בבינה עד כאן. בתיקונים קורא לאדם קדמון אדם דבריאה. Rabbi Stein want to help us with Kabbalah here. Say many times there is rules on Kabbalah that are too steady. And when you make the rules too steady, you're not going to learn a lot because you get stuck. So in one place, Adam Kadmon called Adam Kadmon, but in another place, Adam Kadmon called Bria. It depends on what frame of reference you talk about. In Kabbalah, one of the difficult things for beginner, they get confused because yesterday I called this a cup, and now I'm going to call it Elohim. What is it, a cup or Elohim? Well, depends. Now it's cup, tomorrow it's Elohim, depends what you study. And that's what difficult for people to study Kabbalah. They get confused. Because you just told me this is cup. That's it. I wrote it down. It's a al tasim masmerot. Don't put nails in the wall. You have to be adjustable. So when people start at the beginning of Kabbalah, it's easy, it's very nice, it's cool. Now when they move forward, it's like, whoa, what happened? The language change. Well, welcome. You learn new thing. So it's in תיקונים, you call אדם קדמון אדם דבריאה. הוא פירט הרב בספר שנקרא ערב שבת של נברא. I say, depends on what time you talk about. If you're talking about the ערב Shabbat, just when Adam was created, then you call him Adam the Bria, a human of the world of creation. והנה נזכר למעלה, שנקרא אדם קדמון לשון אצילות, והיינו בערך האין סוף. But we also call Adam קדמון also אצילות. So what is it? For that reason, a person has to be aware that things change based on where you are. So I'm just reading that part that we skip and then I show you other part because of the time issue. So this is something that we usually read in Talmud Sfirot, in the Ten Explanations. So I just want you to connect to the original, where it's come from, because when you connect to the original, it's also good. Even we studied that, I'm just giving you like hint here and there so you test result. Teaching and study. This was written mostly by student Rabbi Chaim Vital. So I'm skipping to different part. Alright, so here I'm going. אחרי שהאין סוף האציל, after the אין סוף emanate, הוא פינה מקום לעברו בתוך העולמו. And he gives place to create within everything. What does that mean he gives space? I mean, צמצום. What is the tzimtzum really? The gift of the tzimtzum is back off. The light back off. Just because the light back off, you have room for everything to be created. It's almost like the father is a very good baker. And the children right now want to bake a toast. The baker is in the kitchen. What do you think the kid will not feel comfortable to toast a bagel? The father is the most famous baker ever born. What is the father going to do? Go to your room for a second. Then the kid's making a toast, even if it doesn't have a value, in their eyes it's a value. But if the father is in the room, so the light is to back off. That's called to back off. That's what I'm saying. Back off. Now there is room for creation. So in a way, wherever you have a lot of light, there's no, what are you going to have? And Manasot, you cannot have. So in a way, the struggle the human being going through in our area, in the area of Torah, in the area of visit, the area of that struggle is back off of Hashem to tell you, listen, there is a lot of gift for you in this process because you're going to discover maybe not the money you want, but you're going to discover something much more expensive. You said, what is it? You. There is room to find you. You're never going to find you in a good time because it's a good time. But when you want to struggle with business, struggle with something, then through that thing you're going through, that's a bit. So we say, רב הנה ואם יישאר הוא מצומצם כאשר הוא, ויציל העולמות תוך המקום פונגר הוא, בלתי המשכות המסור בפנים אדם, אלא שהעיר להם חוץ עליהם מבחינת אור מקיף עליהם מבחוץ, השוואה אחת מכל צדדיהם. היחד יש לו גירעון בעולמות, כלומר מבית בחינות, כי אם היה בורא עולמות זה על גבי זה, וזה למטה בזה. הנה כיוון, שעד סוף היה מקום מבחוץ להשוואה אחת לכולם, לא הייתה יתרון העולם הזה על חברו, ולא זאת, הייתה כוונת האינסוף, אלא שהשתלשלו העולמות זה למטה בזה. If God will just create the world in the middle and all the light just from outside, which is called Or Mekif, it will not be a chance for evolution. So God created, the creator, I should say, the Borei Olam, created in a way of evolution. Evolution is being one below the other. And as you evolve, you grow and you elevate everything with you. So it's very important, again, I'm touching different areas to have a test from everything. So, it say, ואם היה מעציל את העולמות, זה בתוך זה, כמו שאמרת כפייה, היה נמצא כי העולמות הפנימיים לא היה מגל בהם אור אינסוף. You say, why he didn't continue to do the Ensof in Igulim? Like in the beginning, everything was like a layer of onion. You have in the middle this, and everything is together. The light infused together before Tzimtzum. Why does it have to be now level after level? Because then it would be no change. In a way, the sin of Adam, the sin of the golden calf, all those sin bad, without that it will be no evolution. So we can judge that we did something wrong, or we can say I had to fall for the revelation of what I have. Because think about it. If you would be at the time of Adam and Eve, it would be no evolution. We would be like animals. The donkey didn't have evolution since Pharaoh. The same donkey, same elephant, same giraffe, nothing. Same stones and diamonds and vegetables. Everything the same. The only thing that changes is human being. Why did human being change? Because of the sin of Adam. The sin of Adam make us crash, and then when we crash, Shabbat, now we have a chance to make evolution. ולא יכולים להתקיים, ועוד כי העולם החיצון לכולם היה יותר דבר. So if you keep it in a circle, and you just give them light after tzimtzum, the light came as a line, then it will only touch the outside level, and it will never touch the inside. So you cannot make it round, it has to be level. לא ירבו שינוי בחלקו, לא מעלה ולא מטה. כי אין צריך בעיר בו בעיגול בהשוואה אחת, כל זה כן בכל שאר הרמות. האור שלהם של כל אחד ואחד היה בהשוואה אחת, כל חלקם. ולא היו נקרים בהם חילוק לצפירות, ולא היו מתברים העולמות, ולא הייתה מתקיימת מחשבותו של חשב בריאת העולם. Then the thought of creation will never be manifest. What is the thought of creation? Share, give, evolve. So Hashem, in a way, give us the biggest gift ever, is create yourself. You're going to find yourself, you're going to create yourself. Everybody's looking to receive. You're going to a party, you're going to receive attention, money, something. But that receiving we're looking for, it's already there. If you go to a party to create something, you're wasting time. It's there. Wherever you go, it's there. It's already there. You have to evolve the me to discover the existing already, okay? So that's a little touch from the Arizal that I'm giving as I promised to do.